Marcus, I tried it.
What'd you try?
The last time these two were on a thumbnail, they got 3,000 views.
Now that they're separate, but they were in the same image at that point. This is two separate images, though. Oh, there you go. That's the money.
Yes,
look at the way those people are looking at the crowd. Look at them, and it's like they have to watch this, especially that lady with her hands on the rail.
Yeah, it's like, I love me some Bianca Belair.
And then there's that guy that looks drunk and needs to be held back. He's about to
but the guy behind him taking a picture is like, I need to keep this. I need this for memory.
This is for memory. I want to tell people I was here, even though the camera's going to make it look like I have worse seats than I actually have.
No, or he's using some really bad digital zoom, which is the worst thing about phones recently, is that the digital zoom is awful.
Yeah, it's terrible. But I do feel like Bianca is blessing us with her finger while it's touching in the logo. Like, if there was a way we can get that logo to spin right now, Manny, it'd be amazing.
I can't make that happen,
I kind of want just a long pause of just like hold on. Nope, I can't make that happen.
It's spinning in my mind. If it's not spinning for you, you're just bad at illusions.
Well, Manny, we know you're hot off that powder, so it's not spinning for me. It's not spinning for me. Damn it!
What if I started holding the microphone to my head? So you had to read my thoughts. So if it was a shit show, it's your fault.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do a whole read each other's thoughts. We should do that for the whole show. Manny,
I expect you to face. I expect you to Photoshop this.
It's too hard. They're both white. And then I got to angle the face. Nah. I keep my Photoshop simple. Make people look like potatoes.
Yeah, you did me dirty. We'll be back right after this.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe.
Hey!
Oh!
Check out the Marcus and Manny show.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
Welcome everyone to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I'm of course Lord Manny Hayes, and he is
Marcus the Great. Finale.
So I said I've got a surprise for you.
Ooh!
So on the right is the awful image you made me look like a potato.
I don't think I made you look like a potato at that time of your life, Manny. You look like a potato. You look like a potato with a goatee.
I ain't rocked the goat since 2013. On the left is alternate man. I believe this is the Unsanctioned Manny and Marcus show on the left because it ain't real. As the Godfather and D'Lo Brown, alternate Untitled Manny and Marcus show, and we don't look impressed on the right.
No. Oh no, that guy behind them, it's like, holy shit! Right now in this mall, I am sitting with the Godfather and D'Lo Brown. I'm still at the airport, but holy shit!
That guy knows who they are and is like, where's the whole train?
Here's the whole train. Where the hose at? I'll take the hose. I'll take the hose over my flight. And back to defending myself, Manny. You look like a potato in 2013. You need to accept it. I was chiseled. I look so just like randomly put a photo right there. Like, oh, there he is.
You look so sassed. I don't want to be in this photo.
I ain't gonna be in no chain. I ain't gonna be in no Saudi Arabia taking no selfie with you. Mm-hmm.
Girl.
But you know, in a Twilight Zone episode that takes heavy CGI, it would be Bobby Lashley with my body and I with Bobby Lashley body, and both of us be completely upset with ourselves.
So
I can't keep this up. I can't keep this up. How am I gonna kill this man? I'm going to McDonald's.
I can imagine you trying to get into a WWE title shot and them trying to say you got a concussion. Why do you keep answering to the name Marcus? Your name is Bobby. Marcus.
Bobby. Not Marcus. Bobby. No. I can see Bobby Lashley coming on this show with you being completely uncharismatic and bumbling over words.
I would hope though he still has the power to make veins come out of your head. Your body.
I can just see him frustrated. I'm stuck here in the shithole in Long Beach and I can't get out. And I apparently have to do this show. I have to do this show. This is bullshit and the worst edition of Freaky Friday ever. This is the worst.
Oh. There is actually nothing else. There is actually no news story, so
no. Freaky Friday is always a good news story. I'm shocked we're in the woke world. We haven't got a dark reinterpretation of Freaky Friday, in which a racist cop has to switch with a black guy, and then it's just like, oh no, it's the life they live. Movie premise.
In theory, wasn't that trading places? I'm sure in theory, wasn't that trading places?
Yes.
I found some more results. I'll send them to
Shut up, Siri.
Shut up, no results.
You can ask me again from there.
If you want to be a guest on the show, Siri, just ask. All right.
And now it's Eric talking.
What the hell? All right. Are you ready to jump into Monday Night Raw? Enough of our shenanigans. Let's jump in.
Let's jump in. Let's jump in. If you managed to listen to the audio of what happened on the weekend, I don't understand how that ended up being 2 hours, but I hope you enjoyed it.
How many? How?
Out of spite.
You guys decided to start about Circuit City and Guardians of the Galaxy and random shit like that.
Excuse me, no one talked
random
about
shit.
Circuit City. We start talking about Short Circuit.
Sorry, wrong 80s reference.
And Short Circuit is probably Short Circuit 2. The first one was garbage. Short Circuit 2, I feel one of the best movies of the 80s.
That's when he gets the mohawk, though, the spike one, right?
Yes.
Part 2.
When wasn't I Need a Hero's playing and he's chatting shit to whatever that guy's name is. I want to say Phil. And he's an old man.
Tune into our watch along Short Circuit 2.
I'm telling you now, people would love to go rewatch Short Circuit 2 with a running commentary of us.
I would like to think no one's alive. It would be. That's like, what movie? That's like bringing up Weekend at Bernie's. So random, something obscure, something for the 80s that only.
We also brought up Weekend at Bernie's. I told Eric the song I want to be done to Weekend at Bernie's when I'm dead. NSYNC, bye bye bye.
Can't make movies like that anymore. Neither.
So let's jump into Monday Night Raw before we dive deeper into disillusionment. Raw kicks off with the reigning, defending, undisputed WWE World Heavyweight Champion, the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. He's interrupted immediately by Paul Heyman. And says he's the special counsel for the only real heavyweight champion of WWE, the tribal chief Roman Reigns.
Yes. Manny, I'm going to jump in right now and seeing Brock come out dressed like this in the cowboy outfit and happy and taking pictures and fist bumping babies and having them slap the title and supporting the Suplex City chant, and being a full-on babyface, jumping off the table, look like he's loving life. I want to say he has stolen Hangman. No, I love it. He's stolen Hangman Page's gimmick, and he's doing it better. Like, I don't understand what is going on, but he's literally Hangman Page in WWE, but doing it better. Brock has more mic skills and charisma. His presence is imposing. And it was just like, oh, this man's terrifying. And now he's happy. This is scary.
I think we need to make a change to Hangman's name now. I think Brock Lesnar is Hangman.
The Hangman.
The Hangman. And I think Adam Page is now either the Hang Boy
or
Hang
Junior.
Lad. Or Junior.
Oh, Hang Lad. The Hang Lad. He's like Scrappy Doo. He looks like Scrappy Doo compared to Brock Lesnar. That's the scary part.
And
like, man, you put these guys together. Who you gonna pick in a fight? Like, you didn't know anything about these two guys, but you had a choice.
Have you ever seen
them to defend your honor?
Have you seen the meme of the dog, where the dog is ripped in one side and then it's like on the other side?
No.
That's basically Brock Lesnar is the ripped dog of like, yeah, I'm champ. Hangman Baden Page is like, I'm the champion too. It'd be like, do you know the dog from Tom and Jerry?
Yeah.
The big beefy dog.
Yeah, that guy.
And then Droopy is Hangman Adam Page.
Holy shit. We talking about old references in Short Circuit. You gonna bring up Droopy?
Well, I also made a Tom and Jerry reference from an obscure character on Tom and Jerry.
No, Tom and Jerry had a recent movie at least come out, and he's not obscure. Spike is a regular on the show. He's a regular. But the whole thing with Droopy, though, that was the first time I noticed depression was a real issue. That shit is sad. No, it's never gonna work out anyway. Like, what about they showing kids?
Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah. Those two characters were sad. Like, I don't even understand why those are kid-friendly characters. There was nothing funny about Droopy. There's nothing funny about EO, other than the fact that they both talk slow and they're the saddest people in animation right now. Just absolutely the misery.
What about the
all these happy characters?
What about the elephant from Sesame's? Hi, bird.
Snuffleupagus, who has the greatest name ever. If I was a cocaine dealer or addicted to cocaine, I want people to know me as Snuffleupagus.
It's Snuffy for sure.
Hey, bird. How you doing, bird? That's more of a Chappelle skit, I think. I took that.
I need some smack, bird.
Smack, bird.
So let's get back on track. He states there's a roadblock in Brock Lesnar's way where he has to defend his title at MSG on the 5th of March, I think.
Yeah. March 5.
Because
in March you cannot no longer say the numbers. You have to say March 5 and not March 29, not March 5th. You don't add that at the F at the end of it.
You don't end the TH in the end of the numbers anymore.
Yeah, it's just March 5.
Thank you, Don King.
Yeah, grammar lesson.
Brock Lesnar calls Paul Heyman a dick, which aggravates Paul and says he has to defend his title against Bobby Lashley, who may not pass concussion protocol, who allegedly needs surgery and he's going to be out for 4 months. So I don't know who they're planning to bring in, or if they're trying to prolong this in case Bobby Lashley is okay.
Well, you know, the dirt sheets never have the medical right anyway. I remember the time Sheamus had to retire due to injury, or John Cena wasn't going to make the Royal Rumble, or this and that, or Drew McIntyre recently was out for like 6 years or something. So she should never write about people's medical history because some people lie. This March 5 match at Madison Square Garden. Not on TV, right? It's just a regular house show?
I think it might be on the network. I think it may be on Peacock because they're talking about Saturday Night Main Event, aren't they?
I don't think so. Was it that in March? I don't know.
I think it's in March, but I can't remember the date. And then Brock Lesnar said, "Newsflash: Brock Lesnar's just doing fine without Paul Heyman," and then reminds Paul Heyman that he's going to be at SmackDown on Friday.
Oh shit! He's gonna be there. More drama. I can't wait. Got to confront Roman with that title and everything. I'm loving this Brock. I really do. I know I like Mean Brock, but Happy Brock is just as entertaining. I don't know what it is about it. It's just like a new light of Brock. You're like, oh, it's like if Thanos in the Marvel Universe turned face. That's what this is.
I'm kind of sad. I do hope if I get some more Sami Zayn and Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. Two Saskatchewan men, alpha males, are now champions within their respective brands.
Beautiful story. We go to the back and we get Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens. Patrick asks about their path to WrestleMania. KO says they're the best tag team on Raw, and then they state their claim at the Raw Tag Team Championships. They even suggest they'll win the Raw Tag Team titles and challenge the Usos title for title. And then Kevin continues to take a shot at Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, so I feel like they're on the path I want them to go. But they're going to lose that tag match, that triple threat tag match, and only leave them vulnerable to figure out what they're going to do for Texas for Kevin Owens to go into whatever storyline that Dirt Sheet said they had. No.
The host of Raw is Retro. I'm merely just there.
The Big Ross Man. The Big Ross Man.
The Big Ross Man. He's mentioned Seth's suit again. I, from the still image, thought it was Santos Escobar.
Nah, Seth's suits are just out of control. They're out of control.
Some of the new Seth shirts look cool too. Like they shouldn't be sold on WWE. They should be sold on like ASOS or whatever.
This is a part of Supreme. It's like a $400 shirt. It's one of a kind. One of a kind. NFTs of shirts.
Then we get to Street Profits versus the Alpha Academy. Good match. But this was anything different that I haven't seen between them.
Whoa. You can't disrespect this like that. You can't just disrespect that. One, Trez cut his hair. That's fine. Whatever. But I want to talk about the Genetti of the team. The fuck was Dawkins on tonight? Dawkins was acting like he was doing dives. He was doing cartwheels. He had an extra pep to his step. I want to say this is the best Dawkins has ever looked. And if I was Dawkins, if I was to ever show people footage that said I was a professional wrestler 5 years from now, I will show this match.
How dare you say he's going to go down the Virgil route?
He's on his way out. He has 5 years left at minimum. Well,
yeah, I definitely think today that someone said you may be on the chopping block. This is why it came out like this.
Dude came all hot, doing dives over the top rope. I did not see that happening.
Because chopping season's coming after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
You got to make sure you're not on the chopping block. So they cut to the back again. And it's Tomasso Ciampa. And then he's basically saying that Dolph Ziggler came into his home, started messing shit up. So he's going to come into Dolph Ziggler's house and mess shit up.
Yeah.
And because it's a tag match, he made a call. He dug up Finn Balor from wherever Finn Balor was at.
Like, I feel like him and Pac just hang out because they both disappeared. And then they just come out.
He says, while Raw is his current home, he hasn't forgot where he came from and his numerous battles with Tommaso Ciampa. And Ciampa looked tiny in comparison to everyone in this match. He really did look like a cruiserweight against everyone.
He is a cruiserweight for one. But I thought, he held his own. excuse me, I was disappointed to find out his partner was Finn because I was like, those sons of bitches, man, brought Gargano back. He calls a friend.
They gonna bring back Gargano.
I was like, oh, this could be it. This could be it. Because I didn't know what to expect for this Raw. I was like, anybody can show up at any time. There's rumor of Steve Austin. There's rumor of Cody. There's all this stuff going around, speculation and stuff of what's going on. So whenever there was like, oh, it could be somebody, I was excited. Like, oh, this could be just Balor. That's all right. That makes sense. It makes sense.
Are you a little upset that you could have got the fairy tale ending on Raw, but then you ended up in a roll up?
I was a little bit, but you know what? I was happy, and I knew when this match started. I knew exactly who was taking the spin. I looked around, and I was like, "They're not fucking with Finn anymore." But Bobby is just there, just like a deer in the woods. And I am the rifleman that shot Bambi's mom. That's what it looked like.
If they released Bobby Roode and replaced him with LA Knight, would you tell the difference?
Yeah, it'd be more charisma for LA Knight. That's probably what you get. That's it. Bobby has a better. I would take if there was a draft to take who over the other, I would take Bobby Roode over him. But you gotta give Bobby some time.
No, but going by, if you even got as far as you did into the Elimination Chamber watch along, or into the podcast, the audio of the podcast, Marcus asked me the question how I would run my wrestling company, whereas Marcus said how he would run his wrestling company, which was basically 6 months of TV, then an off season. And Marcus would run it as television. I don't think Bobby Roode can fit on your TV on your roster as being just a guy. You need someone like an LA Knight on your roster.
I never said Bobby would be a star on my show. I never said Bobby would be a star on the show. But he would be a nice side character who always thinks he's going to win. He'd be a good jobber. He'd be cast as like Barry Horowitz. He'd get mic time. He'd go out there and then he'd just lose a job every single night. But it'd be respectable jobs in which the crowd is in that they know that Bobby's here to lose. Not just go out there and just lose Bobby.
Speaking of losing, we get to Miz TV. Miz states Ray is everything the fans despise about him, but the fans choose not to see it. Therefore, the fans are not the ones that cannot be trusted. I agree with him. States he found a new tag partner and teases dashing Cody Rhodes.
He said this person is dashing, global superstar, done this and that. And I was thinking as he was going on, I was like, Cody and Miz together would make a lot of sense considering they both have reality shows and both of their wives really can't wrestle. Only for the inevitable breakup. But what happens next? But it was not.
Yeah, the Mysterios come out. Ray says everyone in the back can't stand him, and whoever the outsider is can go back right where they came from. Miz asked Dominic.
Almost racist.
Miz asked, does Dominic deserve a WWE contract, or did his dad get him one? Dominic states, yeah, his dad brought him here, but you best believe I'm doing whatever it takes to stay here.
Oh, Dominic, clap back, Dominic. He's trying. That's basically what I'm trying really, really hard.
The Miz announces his mystery tag partner and that they will face the Mysterios at WrestleMania. And it was none other than Logan Paul. Logan Paul got some work on Rey Mysterio.
He did. Rey Mysterio got the business. If I was younger, son, I would have whooped his ass. But I'm old now.
No, you would, Dad. No, you wouldn't.
No, you would, Dad. That man's like 7 feet tall.
He's got the reach. He's got the reach.
It'd be like Shaq fighting. It'd be like Shaq fighting entire kindergarten class. They never had a chance. Just,
and if he was Shazam, they would have never. No, Kazam. They'd never. They'd never stand a chance.
Fucking cheating. He would have made them explode the class.
So we get a match: Rhea Ripley versus Nikki A.S.H. Rhea pretty much throws Nikki. Yeah, Rhea pretty much throws Nikki around the ring and then wins the match.
Why do we keep getting? I was really like wondering, why are we getting this over and over again? It's over. Nikki hasn't won a single match, and it's going the exact same way each and every time. Nothing new. No reason to prolong this. And then, what's Ripley doing tonight? That's how to fight Nikki A.S.H. Vince, haven't we done this already? We did. I want to close this feud out. We close it up 3 weeks in a row. They don't know it. Let's do it again.
Yeah, then we move on to Damien Priest versus Shelton Benjamin. Never in doubt. Never in doubt.
It never crossed your mind that Priest was gonna win. I mean that Benjamin was gonna win. Not even that 1 second when he got him and needle or whatever he did.
No.
Or he was taking those kicks and he was absorbing them because Priest wasn't getting high enough.
And then Priest got on the mic at the end. He wants to wrestle a WrestleMania World Championship caliber opponent next week. And then Finn Balor comes out and tells him,
God damn it, it's Finn again!
You better be careful what you wish for, player.
So, this is the second time I was disappointed, or third time I was disappointed about who came through the door.
You thought Cody was going to come out.
Huh? Maybe? You know what? I was able to warp my mind into thinking that he was going to come out. So there was the Gargano thing with maybe Ciampa. I was like, that could happen. That could happen. It's WrestleMania season. Why not? Or it was then Logan Paul and the Miz. And I was like, oh, Cody could come out for here. But you know what? I doubt it. And then there was this moment when I want a world champion caliber wrestler. Didn't say he had to be champion. And this is the United States title with the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, who dresses like the American flag or the Patriot unmasked. Come out there and say, I'm the United States champion. And then they can feud Crossroads versus Crossroads. This is all that went through my mind as this segment. And then Finn walked out again, disappointed me for the second time tonight because it's Finn Balor. I don't want Finn Balor. It's nothing personal against Finn.
Damien Priest really does need to be careful what he's wishing for. Because when it's all said and done, when it comes crashing down and it hurts inside and he comes out and leg drops Damien Priest and Damien Priest gets released afterwards.
Go for it, Hawk. Go for it. I'm never going to forgive you, Brett, for allowing that to happen.
Actually, but you know what? Brett's career may be tainted by that. Actually, if you look back at it, I'm holding that against Bret Hart. He tainted that career. He tainted his career by letting that happen.
I hate it so much. It's just so like, no, don't go for it. Don't let him go for it. Let Yoko win. It's fine. Yoko's a fool for challenging somebody right in the match. But yeah, so the United States Championship, Finn Balor might win that title next week.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so.
Sorry, my phone rang and it like connected to everything and
I thought you just paused. I thought like you didn't know what was going to happen.
No. It's I couldn't hear. And it just stopped. And I was like, oh, let me cancel this call.
What's next? Reggie asked Dana to come out, claims he's sorry and wants to show her how important she is to him, then lays down for her to pin him. He kicks out a few times, and then she kisses him and gets the 3. Reggie looked like a damn fool with Dana's makeup all over his face.
Yeah. I feel like I shouldn't touch on this and just let this go. But I gotta chime in. Damn it. I was 100% supportive of Reggie's decision to troll Dana Brooke and let her think she was gonna win and be an ultimate heel and just keep doing it and then just get up and be like, nah, I don't even want you, and then throw her out the ring and just be like, damn, he's a terrible person. Get some heat on Reggie for a change. Instead, it's nonsense. More nonsense. The only thing I got for this is I really wanted Tozawa to meet a romance. They found each other and it helped. What's the Rihanna song? It's a lonely place or whatever. It's in a hopeless place. Because that's what they are. That 24/7 division used to be larger, and now it's like 2 people. Look at that. That is romance in the air. That was the best thing Tozawa has done since the Cruiserweight division was an actual thing in the WWE.
I tell you what, though, that's what every man wants behind closed doors, to be cared for. But they don't. They act. We all act up when we're in front of everyone else. So like, you're fucking with me. I'm a man.
I'm a man. I don't need nobody carrying me. I'm a man. Man.
But behind closed doors, so, look after me, baby, please.
Can you please take care of me? I can't take care of myself. It's too hard.
The obsoletist said Brett's worst moment was and he came back at WrestleMania and all those people fell down around him like he was one of those contactless kung fu masters. True cheap hours. Oh, that was Crowbar. That was Crowbar, Brett.
I hate a crowbar. That match was just get the crowbar, and it was just like hit Vince with a crowbar for 90% of the match. It was terrible. It was terrible.
Let's get to this before we jump into Bianca Belair. JK Smush. Good morning. Good evening. Fuck the Hulk Hogan. Fuck this day. And fuck the dunk contest.
You know what? Normally, I agree with JK Smush. But today, I absolutely agree with everything he said. Good morning, good evening. Fuck Hulk Hogan. Fuck this day. And fuck the dunk contest. In all caps. The dunk contest was trash. Trash.
Oh, and fuck Microsoft Teams. I hate it. I hate Windows. I hate everything about Microsoft Windows. I hate Microsoft Office. I wish that paperclip was alive so I could punch it in the face.
Clippy? You want to fight Clippy? Oh no, that would be the ultimate dream fight for everybody. I think you just
Marcus, I would bend the paperclip and then stab him in the eye.
Using his own body against him. It's like, God, why did you make me this way? Why did you make me this way? I'm a paperclip, damn it! I shouldn't have eyes.
Marcus, I was using 2 laptops today. Both my old work laptop and my new work laptop. One was basically used as a telephone.
Now, here's my question about Clippy. I haven't used Clippy in a long time. Is he still the same?
Hello? Yeah, how are you doing?
I feel like if the 80s, someone in the 80s had their way, they probably proposed a phone like that. This is a cellular phone. That's a fucking computer.
I do miss flip phones. You have to be so mad at someone and just like, I'm done with you, bitch.
Breaking the phone was so much easier back in the day when it's like, ah! Have you ever got so mad at a phone call, Manny, that you wanted to break your phone? Or have you ever got that at any point in your life?
Yeah, but I did work with one of my other good friends, not the big Ross man, but I have another friend called Ross who I worked with in we shouldn't really say their name.
No.
Parks and Renter.
Oh my God! Manny's tell-all book is terrible. He's like,
I remember the first time I met. Yeah, I remember the first time I met him, and then his first thing is he had his phone and he threw it in his locker. Like, well, that's the end of that relationship. And it was a flip phone, so he closed it, threw it in his locker, and then I was like, I feel like I'm gonna be his friend.
This is going somewhere. I just feel like it doesn't happen. I don't rage phone calls anymore. You can get angry at a phone call, but you don't get the rage phone calls when they were back on cords and you just have to slam them to hang them up. Because no one ever got the effect of the slam on the other end. It was just they hung up. You never actually knew it. But the person on the other side knew. They slammed and hugged that phone up and man broke their phone. I was always
that was more those cord phones from back in the day.
Motherfucker. Even if the phone call went good and I was at a payphone in a phone booth, I wanted to slam it up hard. Just Stupid fucking phones. Blame the phone for your bad decisions.
So Bianca Belair gives props to everyone at the Elimination Chamber, and she explains why she's the EST, and you can't spell WrestleMania without EST.
Oh, and I can. Manny, observe and watch. WR Mania.
You could have just went
Wrestle-
WM.
Nope. I want to be wrong.
Becky says you don't get any bigger than the two women that won the main events at WrestleMania. Becky says she did it first. Bianca said she may have done it first. And I did it better.
Woo, uh-oh.
Then
Sass
Becky
is
starts
legit.
claiming to be the victim. Before Bianca came along, she was the man of the people. But because of Bianca, they despise her. And because of them, she despises Bianca. Leah is somebody I love. But at WrestleMania, you're going to see what happens to someone when I despise them.
For the record, I want to say I love Becky Lynch. This was good heel logic. You
So
made the people turn on me.
This is why you loved it.
Yeah, you made the people turn on me, and you know what? I can see from her perspective how that happened. Like, it wasn't her attitude change or anything like that. No, the people turned on her because they love Bianca more than her, and so now she must kill Bianca because she despises her. And I'm all for it. And we are officially on the road to WrestleMania, and I'm looking forward to this match more than Charlotte and Ronda.
And we get a match, but Bianca Belair versus DouDrop. Pretty good match.
Yeah, you know.
Actually, I think this was one of the better ones that they had in the last few weeks as well.
Yeah, this was really good and entertaining and back and forth. Really got the crowd involved. They worked them. I mean, it was just nice. It was nice. Beck's on commentary. Thought, well, I'm warming up. This coat has me hot. This coat has me hot. And the entire time she was saying that, I was thinking she was going to run into the match.
Yeah, I thought so too. And then Old Man Edge says he smells something. Can you smell it, Marcus? Smell like doo-doo.
Pussy. Oh, wrong. But Old Man Edge come out there. He sits down in his rocking chair and tells us stories of the glory days. How I was at WrestleMania. Saw WrestleMania 1. Saw WrestleMania 6. Wrestled in WrestleMania 14. Did some stuff in some other WrestleManias. Broke my neck against Del Rio. WrestleMania whatever. And now here we are today. For an opponent. Begging for a handout.
So Edge makes reference to WrestleMania 14, which you can watch along with the Sharpshooters at some point during sometime in March.
Coming soon.
We haven't actually sorted out the scheduling for that.
Yeah, but
and we
I
may
can't
have
wait
special,
to watch
we may
March
have a
29.
special guest. We may have a special guest on that.
Ooh.
Ross's co-host from the Ring the Bell podcast. And they call it Ross the Bell podcast.
It's all right. We only named one host of it, Ross the Bell and Ring the Bell.
So make sure stay tuned for that. We'll keep you updated for when that is, because all of the Raw is retros are in the can.
Yes, they're all canned up and saved. They're not gonna spoil. Nothing bad's gonna happen to you. They're like olives in a can.
Yeah, make sure you watch that every Friday
I
when
don't
it
know if
comes
people
out.
like olives. I probably shouldn't say olives.
Olives are disgusting.
Olives are amazing.
No,
I like olives. Love olives.
So Will's here. He said Raw was a 6 out of 10. He liked the ending. We'll get on to that. And Drake Maverick's working backstage with the Raw creative team.
Interesting.
I didn't actually know he was backstage. I thought they hired him as a talent.
No, he was just hired backstage as an agent. He's not actually ever going to probably wrestle again. But, you know, it's always weird when they hire somebody after firing them. I always feel like, how did we get here?
Do you ever think, though, like if you were working for WWE and then they fired you, do you go all salty or do you just be like, oh, man, they might rehire me?
Well, I feel like I followed this company for most of my life, and I'm under the distinction that if I were to get a job with WWE and they fired me, I would have been like, may have been longer than I thought I'd be here. Like, because that's what they do. They've been doing this. They've always releasing people, and I feel like I'll be one of those guys on the cutting block, chasing the 24/7 title, not wondering like when I'm going to get my time, but then going again like these sons of bitches are going to fire me, aren't they? Just don't answer my phone.
So the tech support guy that he is, JK Smush, asked, have they re-imaged your computer yet? JK Smush, I don't even know what that means. I hate Windows. Microsoft, I hate you. The only good thing you've ever made is the Xbox.
Come on. They Windows 2000 was amazing.
No, it wasn't.
XP, come on.
XP was used for eternity before people got rid of it.
And might I add, the greatest Microsoft invention was Microsoft Paint and Microsoft Solitary. Betty, you can suck an egg by talking about Microsoft.
You mean Microsoft Solitaire, not Microsoft Solitary. That's a completely different game where you sit alone.
Yeah, Solitaire. It's the same thing. It's the same concept. Sitting alone. You're sitting alone and you're playing with cards. I'm just saying.
In Solitary, you don't even have. You're lucky if you have cards. You're hoping someone even at most throws you a baseball, so it's like Shawshank.
Don't put me in a shoe, boss. Don't put me in a shoe.
So Edge makes subtle hints that his opponent will be AJ Styles, and he states WrestleMania needs him, and he needs someone to start up against him. And then we have a solid main event between RK Bro versus Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens.
Yep. Why wasn't he interrupted? I was expecting interruption.
Yeah, I thought someone would interrupt, like step up or whatever.
Yeah, step up. Who's gonna step up? And I'm like, I don't know if anybody's gonna show up. And when he said phenomenal, I thought AJ was on his way right out, and it didn't come out. More teasing stuff that didn't happen.
Yeah.
So the main event was solid too, and I'm happy for Kevin Owens. And
they celebrated like it was a boyhood dream. And they both pointed at the WrestleMania sign, that made me laugh so much.
Because they're making it. They're gonna make it. They have hope. I really hope the storyline goes that them trying to make it to WrestleMania is all the way to WrestleMania, and them just going like, we're supposed to be in it. We're big stars.
It makes me wonder though, like all these shots at Texas, are they really hoping that they're really banking on Austin? Because then if that doesn't fall through, if that falls through, what, are you going to sweep it under the rug?
No, you just have Undertaker fill in.
I don't know.
He do a choke slam and a tombstone.
What about Booker T? He from Texas.
Too small. No, we don't want Booker T. I mean, he may represent Texas, but if you're gonna go Booker T, you got to throw everybody from Texas. JBL, Booker T, Devon Eriks or some shit. You got to throw it all at them. But I'm sure they're gonna make it, and it should just be them versus RK Bro for the tag team titles. Or if they do plan on merging the tag team titles, I can imagine RK Bro, the Usos, Kevin and Seth, and I guess Alpha Academy would be the other one.
I guess they are losing this title soon.
Yeah.
Even though they will be doing their best work. Thank you.
Thank you.
A shoosh.
Shoosh. All right. So that was Raw. They had a good show. I thought it was a solid show.
Yeah, it was a solid show. There was a certain parts where I was actually just watching it. I didn't actually watch it at ×2 or ×3.
Oh, what? Normal speed?
Yeah.
Oh my God, man!
The only time I really ever do that is when I'm live, and I can't.
Like, no, I have no chance.
Or Raw is retro, which I have to forcibly watch myself. Forcibly watch bad wrestling sometimes.
Oh, it's great! It's great. I love watching segments with the Jacko and Tom Brady and the people we forgot along the way through the Attitude Era of like, oh man, who are these guys?
Maurice said JBL too. If JBL returns for one more clothesline from hell, I don't care if it throws his shoulder out. I would love it. Because that boy put some meat behind that clothesline.
It's going to be some stank. There'll be some stank on it. I would love to see JBL clothesline someone, and I'd love to see Walter chop the other, or if not each other, and just go back and forth, but just hitting each other. Just hit each other.
This is the thing from Raw is Retro. This is like early days Bradshaw. And the 4x3, I'm pretty sure, is making him look bigger than normal. Like, he looks like a real thick boy.
Yeah.
And then when he first landed, I was like, oh my God, that clothesline is amazing.
All right. Manny, here's my pitch for WrestleMania. As Will, Mr. Rally Sport, or I'm just going to call him Rally.
Call him Will.
Up all these... I'll call Rally.
Rally's the sport. Rally Sport.
He is Mr. Sport Rally. I don't know. Whatever. Then I just say, with all these tag teams, I'm thinking of, let me find a ladder and put both titles above the ring. And we climb said ladder. And a winner take all match for the tag team titles. Big match for the tag team division that's barely there.
Stop merging the rosters.
Yeah, I'm merging the rosters, Manny. I'm merging it. I am fusing this together. It's happening. It's nothing no one can do to stop it.
More people get released because of it.
Say
goodbye to Veer. Veer will no longer be coming.
By the way, I do have my suspicions of, because we did get another Veer package. Veer will debut at the Mania after Raw, only to get attacked by someone either returning or debuting. And you know what? Because people keep throwing this name out there, how about Cody takes out Veer day one?
Who do you think is going to induct Taker? It's got to be Kane. I don't think Vince does it.
It's definitely not Vince. Like, you brought up the Godfather earlier in the week. I can see that. But
they bring up the Godfather.
They're going Kane.
And fuck the Godfather with his alternate universe Manny and Marcus show.
Here's the question, Manny. You know, I did put this together. Which one is Manny and which one is Marcus?
I think you're the Godfather. I think I have more of a
what
beanhead.
What makes you think I have a whole tray?
I think I have more of a beanhead like D-Lo than you do.
And your head does swivel a lot, so maybe. You messing with the real deal now.
Which means every podcast, if we did that, I'd be wearing a chest protector just because.
Actually, that brings up to a better question then. Who's going to induct The Undertaker into the Hall of Fame? Are we going to have any other Hall of Fame announcements?
Yeah, there has to be.
I feel like you just go Undertaker and say, fuck it, at this point. Right? Because they're doing it back-to-back with SmackDown. You do the Undertaker induction. You have maybe you have people just come out and talk about The Undertaker and we go over his career and legacy, and it's induct one. I don't see. I feel like we're forcing anybody else in there.
I mean, we could induct the NWO again, DX again.
Yeah, the Horsemen again.
Throw Booker T in there again.
Harlem Heat this time, not just Booker T. King Booker gets inducted. Like, I don't know. But Manny, if you could induct, if as a show we could induct a wrestler into the Hall of Fame, who we inducted?
Who gave us more joy than anyone? That's the real question.
Brandon Cutler. Brandon Cutler.
No, I'm inducting Santino. He nearly won Royal Rumble, damn it.
So you're saying Vince McMahon called us up and said Santino would like you to induct him into the Hall of Fame. We're accepting that call?
Yeah, I'll even dress up as the fucking reptile.
Cobra. The Cobra. Yeah. I'll dress up as Santina. And then here we are. That's multiple levels of Santina.
Santino deserves to be. Santino deserves. He is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Ah, Mr. John Cena.
He had a very short but great run.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, this is great. He was in, he was out.
Bobby
He had
Lashley
no
gave him
reason
his
to
first
be over.
IC title on his first night.
Yep.
Him and Bobby go way back.
So, I guess I'll lead us to the chat. Riley, Maurice, JK, Smush, whoever else is out there, Ross, Big Ross fan, whoever's out there. Who would you induct into the Hall of Fame? Wrestling Hall of Fame, not just WWE, it could be just, who are you personally going like, I'm going to step out here and I'm going to speak on this person and do them justice.
Are you going to put RVD in the same time Undertaker does? That's what Will said.
RVD's in.
Yeah, he's already in.
He was in last year.
Who else do you put in? I can't think of anyone anymore.
Yeah.
The Steiners.
Oh, the Steiners should go in this year. This would be a good year for the Steiners.
Be inducted by Breaker.
You get inducted by Breaker, who's going to probably go by Steiner this one night only.
Yeah, that'd be good. What else? Nothing else. At the end of the show.
Yeah, that's it. I got nothing left. I gotta go to work and stuff.
I got a preview for Thursday's show.
Ooh,
this is probably the thumbnail.
It's probably because of those two nunchucks right there.
And because actually, I tell you what, Marcus, I can't see Steve Blackman in the same way like ever again, and it's all Ross's fault. It's all Ross's fault. You know when the lights used to go out and Steve Blackman had those glow in the dark sticks.
He do all that shit. Yeah, I was like, you don't mess with them. That's a lethal weapon. That's what a lethal weapon looks like. It doesn't look like Martin Riggs. It looks like Steve
Ross
Blackman.
said Steve Blackman is the originator of the glow. And I can't unsee that anymore.
Well, Steve Blackman was amazing. Bring it to the float. I would love for the clip.
Can't see it anymore. Can't see it. Once you picture it, you can't unsee it.
I imagine that being
Isn't Bischoff in?
I think Bischoff may have got in, or he
Maurice
inducted
said Bischoff.
somebody.
I think Bischoff's in.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
It's hard to keep track with who's in and who isn't.
Yeah.
And some people have been inducted in twice, 3 times.
Yeah, I've been at 3 times. I feel like Xbox has 2 Hall of Fame rings for NWO and DX. And he doesn't have one for himself. So this year, Sean Waltman, 3-time Hall of Famer.
Just put in the whole entire Heart Foundation, then you can put in Owen again. His wife will be happy. No, because they can't put in Owen because of his wife.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not talking about Owen. I was talking about the Heart Foundation. They didn't do that.
I think the Heart Foundation may be in.
That's in Brett and Anvil, right?
Or Brett might get attacked next time. What about Luger? You could put him in. The greatest never was in WWF.
Nah, I still blame him for the death of Miss Elizabeth. You can put Miss Elizabeth in. For the love of Christ.
We could.
The first lady of wrestling. Bastards. Put her in.
Nah, put Stacy in. I want to see Stacy again.
Stacy Keebler?
Yes.
She's never coming back. She's never coming back.
I want to see Stacy again.
Bring Stacy back. Fuck everything else. Stacy and the Undertaker. That's all I need for my Hall of Fame. We should just wrap up. We have nothing else to talk about.
We'll be back Thursday with more Unsanctioned Manny and Marcus show.
Dynamite!
Where we turn the lights off. Maybe switch sides. Oh,
Oh!
be
I have
Freaky
never
Friday.
felt-
I could be you for the day.
What? Hi, I am Lord Manny Hayes.
And
Stop
I'm-
making English accent.
Marcus the Great.
I'm glad you took that second breath. I always decide if I want to do it or not, or do I risk this and pass out. Go for it all. Go for it all and pass out. This show's over. All right. On that note, oh, I'm back. Stupid, this Freaky Friday stuff gotta stop.
Yeah, on that note, we'll be back Thursday. Make sure you like the video and subscribe if you haven't. Check out all our other stuff, like Raw is Retro. It's hilarious stuff, people, and we've got more coming. We've got more coming, and we've even got something in the works. If it ever comes out, we'll let you know.
It'll just be out. It'll just be randomly out.
And on that note, peace.